Hello, we are from Group 3, consists me, Zakia Mumtaza, and
Irene Natali Siburian.
we would like to explain the material about fun English learning strategies for early childhood. Learning strategies require the creativity of the teacher to manage all learning preparation in order to achieve teaching and learning goals that encourage the motivation of students to be enthusiastic about the lesson given. As is the case with English lesson for early childhood, where the teacher must have the ability to change the previously saturated learning atmosphere into more enjoyable, so that they are easier to obtain imparted knowledge. And the next part is TPR method, or Total Physical Response method. According to Richard, TPR defined a language teaching method built around the coordination of speech and action. It attempts to teach language through physical or motor activity. So the TPR method is a language learning method that is compiled in the coordination of command, speech and motion, and strives to teach the language through activities physical. Meanwhile, according to Larson and Dine in technique and principle in language teaching, TPR are also called the comprehension approach or understanding approach, which is a method of approaching foreign language with instructions or command. This method was developed by James Asher, a professor of psychology at State University, St. George, California. Appropriate method for teaching English to a child early age where learning prioritizes hands-on activities related to physical activities and movement. In the method, this TPR ushers say that the more frequent or more memory intensive a person is given stimulation, then the stronger the associate memory association, and the easier it is to remember. This remembering activity is carried out in a verbal with motor activity. The next part is teaching English by using song. Learning English by using songs is one of the methods or how to teach English by using singing or songs as his medium. Given that English is foreign language in Indonesia, of course, the learning process requires the right approach and effective. The success of English learning in early childhood is very influenced by the ability of a teacher to present the process of learning activities interesting and fun teaching for the child.
In the line with the existence of child who enjoy singing and moving, then gestures and songs are wrong one. Very appropriate approach if used as a means of presenting the process of learning in English in early childhood. Presenting the process interesting and fun learning for the child by not leaving good and correct English rules by Widi Putra 2004. Teaching English by using games. Widi Putra explained in the English language that learning has many methods and techniques that can be used include first storytelling, second role play, and then arts and crafts. Next is games, show and tell me, and last but not least, music and movement. Teaching English by using games is learning English with using games or games as its medium. Advantage of using games in learning is delivery of subject matter can be uninformed. By using game media in learning activities, there will be an informization of the interpretation of the subject that teachers towards the subject to be delivered to the students. The learning process become More interesting game media consists of visual or visible, audio or audible, and motion elements. So the media of this game can arouse curiosity students, stimulating their reaction to the teacher's explanation, allow students to touch the object of the study, of the lessons, and then help them to concretize something that abstract and so on. Next is teaching English by using stories. Learning English can be done in different ways, one of which is to read short stories in English. By reading sentences English multiplication, but those that are still easy to understand will really help us in understanding the English story. So the conclusion of our presentation is that early childhood has a period of being sensitive to something. All kinds of aspects of the language can be introduced to them before. This period is over because after the child is 8 years old, their brain has development reached 80%. Therefore, the teacher should try to give the best for taking advantage of early childhood by providing strategies who are able to boost morale and motivation with what is given, especially for English language teaching. As it is known, children like something fun. That's what learning is for. English can be applied to fun early childhood learning strategies. That's it, our presentation. Thank you for your attention.